What if I told you that the right blouse, just one, could make you look 10 years younger without surgery, without heavy makeup, and without spending more than $30? It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But I've seen it happen more than once. Picture this, it's a regular morning. You walk into your favorite neighborhood cafe, you're not wearing much makeup. No dramatic hairstyle. Just a new blouse you found on sale last week, soft fabric, a graceful cut, a color that lights up your face. The young barista looks up, smiles, and says, "Wow, you look amazing today. Did you do something different?" You smile back because no, you didn't change anything except your blouse. The truth is, getting older doesn't mean you lose your sense of style. It just means your wardrobe needs to work with you, not against you. And in today's video, I'm going to show you 8 beautiful blouse styles that every woman over 60 should consider. These pieces are flattering, elegant, and most importantly, they make you feel good in your own skin without breaking the bank. These aren't trendy, fast fashion picks. They're thoughtful, timeless choices that highlight your natural beauty and reflect who you are today, confident, refined, and quietly radiant. Number 1. Silky Satin Button-Up, the glow of gentle light. Do you remember the last time a blouse felt like a breath of fresh air on your skin? There's something magical about slipping into a silky or satin button-up. It doesn't cling. It doesn't shout, it just glides over your skin like a soft breeze at dusk, bringing with it a quiet sense of elegance. At our age, when skin becomes more delicate and shapes begin to soften, fabric becomes more than just fabric. It becomes a gentle partner to the body. Satin and silky blends have this beautiful way of catching light, not in a harsh, reflective way, but in a soft, almost whispering glow. That glow bounces gently onto your face, softening fine lines, lifting your features, and making you look rested, even when you didn't sleep much the night before. And unlike tight jersey knits or stiff cottons, the drape of a satin blouse flatters without hugging too close. It gives you room to breathe, both literally and emotionally. I like to call this kind of blouse gentle light. Because it doesn't need to prove anything. It doesn't need drama or attention. And yet, it turns heads not because it demands to, but because it radiates a quiet confidence. I once styled a retired school teacher for her 40-year class reunion. She didn't want anything fancy, just something that made her feel like herself. I handed her an ivory satin blouse. That evening, she called me after the event, almost laughing. "Everyone kept asking me if I had a new skincare routine," she said, but it wasn't skincare. It was the way that blouse reflected who she was, graceful, composed, luminous. The best part, you don't have to spend a fortune, you just have to choose wisely. Look for satin with a soft sheen, not too glossy, not too matte. Avoid anything overly shiny, it can feel cheap and highlight things you'd rather not. Choose shades like blush, powder blue, dove gray, or soft ivory. These colors reflect light beautifully and bring warmth to the skin. Pair the blouse with tailored trousers, something in cream or beige, add a pair of slingback shoes, a delicate pearl earring, and you've mastered what I like to call casual luxury. Because elegance isn't about wearing something loud. It's about choosing something that feels quiet but speaks volumes. This kind of blouse doesn't try to make you look younger. Instead, it helps you look radiant right where you are. And that, to me, is the most beautiful kind of glow a woman can wear. Number 2. Soft linen V-neck tunic, the ease of a seasoned soul. Has an outfit ever made your whole body relax as if your skin could finally exhale? That's exactly what a soft linen V-neck tunic does. It doesn't shape you. It doesn't squeeze or sculpt. It simply floats beside you like a soft breeze following your every move. For women over 60, it's not just about how something looks, but how it feels. And linen feels like freedom. This fabric has been loved for centuries for a reason. It's breathable, natural, and incredibly forgiving. The way it falls, never clinging, always gliding, gives the body space to move and rest. The V neckline, gently open, draws the eye upward, lengthens the neck, and softens the face. It lifts your silhouette without lifting a finger. But beyond the technical beauty, there's something soulful about linen. It doesn't beg for attention. It doesn't sparkle. Yet it tells the world without a word that you are at ease with yourself, that you no longer need to prove your worth through your wardrobe. I once saw a woman walking through a quiet street in Palm Springs, early morning sun, soft shadows on the pavement. She had silver hair pulled back loosely, oversized sunglasses, and a pale gray linen tunic that caught the breeze just enough to flutter behind her as she walked. She wasn't dressed to impress, but I couldn't look away. Every part of her posture, her calm, her effortless style said she knew exactly who she was. And she didn't need labels to remind anyone else. That's what linen does. It lets you be, not perform, not chase trends, just be. If you're looking for a piece like that, go for a linen blend, something mixed with rayon or cotton to reduce wrinkling while keeping the breathability. Choose soft earth tones, beige, sage, dusty stone. These shades don't compete with your skin, they complement it. Pair it with crisp white trousers, leather sandals, a woven bag, and a pair of oversized sunglasses. It's not fashion, it's a statement of peace. Because at this stage of life, the most elegant thing you can wear is ease. Number 3, feminine wrap blouse, the fullness of grace. You don't need to look 30 again, you just need to make the room pause when you walk in. That's the quiet beauty of a feminine wrap blouse. It doesn't try too hard. It doesn't pull or pinch. It simply understands you, your curves, your softness, and your strength, and then gently wraps around all of it with grace. What makes the wrap blouse so flattering, especially for women over 60, is the way it honors your natural shape without demanding perfection. The soft crossover design creates the illusion of a defined waistline, no matter what's happening underneath. It hugs the upper body just enough, while the bottom flares out subtly, giving space where it's needed and movement where it's wanted. The V neckline draws the eye upward, elongating the neck and bringing light to the face. And best of all, you feel elegant without feeling squeezed. I once saw a woman, about 63 years old, walk into an evening party wearing a deep teal wrap blouse. The way the fabric draped, the way it caught the soft lights in the room, she didn't just look beautiful, she looked complete. People didn't stop to admire her blouse. They stopped because of the way she carried herself in that blouse. She wasn't trying to look younger. She was simply owning who she was, fully, confidently, and without apology. That's the real power of this piece. It doesn't promise to make you look 30 again. It helps you shine at 60 on your own terms. I'll never forget a client I styled in Chicago. She was warm and full of life, but unsure of her body after a few health changes. She looked at me and said, "I just don't know what to wear anymore. Everything feels tight and wrong." I handed her a soft burgundy wrap blouse and helped her tie it loosely at the side. When she looked in the mirror, her expression changed. "I haven't seen a waist in years," she whispered, smiling. And in that moment, I knew it wasn't about the blouse. It was about how the blouse helped her reconnect with a part of herself she thought was gone. If you're looking for a wrap blouse, choose one made from flowing fabrics like rayon, jersey, or a light poly blend. These move with the body and feel soft against mature skin. Avoid stiff materials or overly thick knits, they'll lose the blouse's signature softness. And color, think deep and rich, teal, burgundy, warm olive. These shades don't just flatter the skin, they tell a story of depth and experience. Pair your wrap blouse with a midi skirt or softly structured trousers. Add a pair of comfortable heels or classic flats and let a simple necklace rest right at the base of that V neckline. You don't need much else, the blouse does the talking. You just bring the presence. Because at this age, style isn't about fitting in, it's about showing up, fully, authentically, beautifully. And a well-made wrap blouse will always help you do exactly that. Number 4, boat neck blouse, quiet elegance, effortlessly worn. Isn't it amazing how our collarbones hold their elegance no matter our age? It's one of those quiet, elegant features that holds its grace no matter the number on your birthday cake. And a boat neck blouse knows exactly how to celebrate it. No embellishments, no drama, just a soft, horizontal neckline that gently draws the eye upward, framing one of the most timeless parts of a woman's body. There's something refined and quietly confident about the boat neck. It doesn't reveal too much. It simply hints. It gives the shoulders a wider, more sculpted look and brings subtle balance to the upper body, especially flattering for women with a narrow frame or softer posture. And unlike plunging necklines or fussy collars, this one doesn't need to beg for attention. It earns it. What I love most is how this neckline carries a sense of intention. You don't wear it by accident. You choose it because you understand that elegance doesn't need to shout. I remember a lovely client of mine, originally from Italy, who once said to me with a smile, "The boat neck makes me feel like Sophia Loren, even if I'm just running to the market." And she was right. She had that effortless aura when she wore it. People didn't necessarily comment on her clothes, but their eyes lifted toward her face, her posture, her calm. That's what a good neckline can do. It's not about being noticed. It's about being seen. If you're choosing a boat neck blouse for yourself, look for fabrics that offer structure without stiffness, fine knits, cotton blends with a touch of spandex, or smooth jersey that drapes softly without clinging. The key is to let the neckline speak. Don't crowd it, skip the necklace. Let that space remain open. It becomes the most beautiful accessory of all. As for color, think simplicity and warmth, cream, soft navy, gentle blush. These tones flatter most complexions and make it easy to pair with almost anything. Try it with straight-leg trousers in a complementary neutral, a pair of kitten heels, and a pair of pearl or gold stud earrings. That's all you need. Because sometimes the most powerful message comes not from what we add, but from what we leave out. And a boat neck blouse, it knows how to say just enough. Number 5, textured knit blouse, the warmth of depth. The more lines we carry on our skin, the more depth we crave, not just in spirit, but in the fabrics we wear. That's the quiet beauty of a textured knit blouse. It's not flashy. It doesn't demand to be noticed. But it brings with it something rich, something comforting, like a soft melody played on a rainy afternoon. Knit blouses with gentle ribbing, subtle cable patterns, or fine woven textures don't just flatter the body, they soothe it. The fabric stretches and gives without clinging or squeezing. It gently skims over areas that have changed with time, offering coverage without concealment. And more importantly, it feels like a hug. Warm, reassuring, familiar. I've always said that these blouses remind me of oil paintings, the kind you stand in front of longer than you planned, because with each glance you notice something new. One of my clients once told me, "Every time I wear one of these knit tops, my granddaughter hugs me tighter and says, 'Grandma, you're soft like a teddy bear.'" And truly, isn't that part of beauty too? To be soft, to be held. To be remembered not just for how you look, but for how you made someone feel. To find the right knit blouse, prioritize light, breathable options. Avoid bulky or overly heavy knits, they tend to overwhelm the frame. Instead, look for soft ribbed textures or delicate patterns that offer visual depth without adding bulk. Colors like mocha, dusty lavender, or camel are perfect, quiet, refined, and endlessly wearable. Style it with an A-line skirt in linen or a pair of ivory straight-leg jeans. Add a woven handbag, simple round earrings, and perhaps a pair of soft loafers or leather sandals. Skip bold accessories. Let the texture of the blouse speak. It already tells a beautiful story. This isn't the kind of blouse that makes you look younger. It's the kind that makes you look warmer, wiser, more at ease with who you are. And at this stage in life, that kind of beauty is the one that lingers long after you've left the room. Number 6, printed silk blouse, stories you wear. Some blouses aren't made just to be worn, they're made to carry the stories of everything you've ever loved. That's what a printed silk blouse can do. It's not about making a statement. It's about remembering who you are and where you've been. The right silk blouse, light, fluid, and adorned with just the right kind of print, doesn't shout. It whispers. It reflects your journey in the softest, most elegant way. Silk is a gift to mature skin. It drapes, not clings. It floats beside the body, moving with you rather than resisting you. It's gentle, breathable, and always forgiving. And when paired with a well-placed pattern, whether abstract, geometric, or inspired by art, it draws the eye with quiet depth. It doesn't decorate you, it reveals you. I often tell women in their 60s and beyond, don't wear prints to stand out, wear them to say something only you can say. At this age, beauty is no longer about being noticed. It's about being felt. One of my clients once wore a printed silk blouse to a reunion with old classmates. The blouse had a delicate design inspired by Japanese pottery, muted blues and cream, soft edges like watercolor. She didn't say much that day. She didn't need to. One of her friends looked at her and asked, "Are you working in the arts now?" She simply smiled. Because the blouse had already told the story about her love for ceramics, about the trip to Kyoto she took alone one autumn, about the quiet strength it takes to evolve, and the softness it takes to hold onto beauty. Select a printed silk blouse with patterns that reflect your personality and inner grace. Avoid bold, chaotic patterns or loud colors that overpower your natural features. Instead, look for tone-on-tone motifs in shades like indigo, olive, or charcoal, colors that are rooted, earthy, and timeless. Pair it with straight-leg trousers in a neutral shade, a small clutch, and simple round earrings. That's all you need. This blouse isn't for the woman who wants to look younger. It's for the woman who knows that she's become more than she ever was. And that beauty, real, lasting beauty, comes from the life you've lived, not the age you try to chase. So the next time you slip on a printed silk blouse, let it speak for you. Let it tell a story only you can wear. Quietly. Gracefully, unforgettably. Number 7. Architectural white shirt. Minimal but never plain. A single seam can be the difference between just a white shirt and a quiet declaration of identity. The architectural white shirt isn't loud. It doesn't rely on color or embellishment. Instead, it speaks through structure. A slightly raised collar, an asymmetric cuff, a row of buttons shifted just a touch off-center. These subtle, intentional details turn simplicity into sophistication. And for the mature woman, they do something even more powerful. They say, "I've edited my life down to what matters." This kind of blouse is made for women who don't need to prove anything. It's polished but not stiff, feminine but not frilly. It holds its shape the way you hold your presence, with quiet strength. I once saw a woman, around 65, walk into a small gallery opening wearing one of these shirts. The collar stood gently, framing her face. The buttons curved to one side, unexpected and beautiful. No one knew where the shirt came from, but everyone remembered her. She didn't speak loudly, she didn't sparkle, but something about her presence lingered. And I thought to myself, that's exactly what a well-made white shirt should do. Another client of mine, a stylist in her 50s, once said, "I don't want people to compliment what I'm wearing. I want them to remember who I was in the room." That's the power of a shirt like this. It doesn't draw attention. It directs it to your face, your posture, your quiet confidence. Look for a shirt made in cotton poplin or a crisp cotton blend that holds its structure but still feels soft. Choose ivory or pure white depending on your skin tone. Avoid overly sheer fabrics. This shirt needs a little substance to show its shape. Let the design be the focus. You don't need jewelry cluttering the neckline or competing with the silhouette. Pair it with culottes or straight-leg trousers, add soft leather loafers or minimalist flats, and finish with oversized sunglasses. Walk slowly, speak softly, let the room adjust to your rhythm, because some garments aren't just clothes. They're punctuation marks in the way we express who we are. And an architectural white shirt, it's the kind of punctuation that ends the sentence quietly but with absolute clarity. Number 8. Subtle metallic blouse, the radiance of inner light. You don't have to be the queen of the party, you just need to know how to glow under the softest light. That's the quiet magic of a subtle metallic blouse. It doesn't sparkle for attention. It doesn't scream for compliments. Instead, it shines with grace, softly, intentionally, like candlelight dancing across a silver tray. For mature women, this kind of blouse holds something special. The light shimmer of champagne, pewter, or rose gold doesn't overwhelm. It enhances. It brings warmth to the skin, catches light in all the right places, and adds just enough glow to suggest elegance without ever trying too hard. And the fabric itself, fluid, soft, with a gentle drape, feels like it's been designed not just for your body, but for your spirit too. I often say metallics aren't for everyone. But if anyone can wear them with quiet confidence, it's a woman over 60. Why? Because she no longer shines to be seen, she shines because she knows who she is. One of my dearest friends, now 70, has a blouse in soft metallic champagne. She wears it in the late afternoon when she takes walks through her neighborhood. And every time, without fail, the neighborhood children wave and call out to her like she's a fairy godmother from a storybook. She does sparkle. She glows. And it's unforgettable. In selecting a metallic blouse, steer clear of overly shiny or rigid fabrics. You want a soft sheen, not a mirror finish. Look for lightweight, fluid fabrics that move with your body, and stick with understated tones. Champagne, dusty rose gold, warm pewter, shades that feel luxurious, not loud. Pair it with dark silk trousers, strappy sandals, and a metallic clutch in a similar tone. Keep makeup minimal, think luminous skin, rosy cheeks, and a sheer lip gloss. Let the light reflect off your blouse, not your glitter eyeshadow. Let your elegance do the talking. Because true radiance doesn't come from sequins or spotlights, it comes from the way you carry yourself. From the way you enter a room without fanfare and somehow still manage to leave a glow behind. And that, my friend, is the kind of shine that never fades. Fashion after 60 isn't about proving anything to anyone. It's about reminding yourself every single day that you still deserve to shine. You don't need to chase trends. You don't need to spend a fortune. You just need to choose pieces that love you back, pieces that fit your lifestyle, flatter your shape, and reflect your inner elegance. So here's something simple you can do today. Take a look through your closet. Do you already own one of these 6 blouse styles? If not, write down 2 or 3 that stood out to you and give yourself permission to try one. Just one. Pick the one that makes you smile when you imagine wearing it. And if this video gave you a little inspiration, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment and tell me which blouse made you feel the most like you. Or maybe share it with a friend who deserves a little reminder that her beauty hasn't gone anywhere. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. So each week I can help you feel radiant, stylish, and completely yourself without spending a fortune. Because style at any age isn't about becoming someone new. It's about coming home to the woman you've always been and dressing like you love her.